I'm Belinda, an actress. Nollywood started for me in 2005, unofficially. I mean, I say unofficially because that's when I had the interest. So building up to becoming an actor would be in 2011 because that's when it started happening for me. But I recognize the process because you can't ignore the days of little beginnings. So for me, it started in 2005, and till date. A lot. Number one, funding. Funding. We have a lot of passionate people. We equally have a lot of professionals. I've seen the trend of people who were not professionals go for professional training to harness their skills and to be able to compete favorably with what is obtainable in the Western world. So we have the right funding, I'm sure. A lot of things we put in place, and then distribution. Distribution is a major problem that we have because if you bring in a lot of money to make a movie, how do you make your money back? A lot of people are worried about that. So people have interest in investing in Nollywood, but they're always asking about the distribution channels, which we do not have a good structure right now. So if we could put that in place, every other thing is secondary if you ask me. Making a movie, the technical, paying attention to details, because of late we've been seeing such, and some people actually put in a lot of money to movies but they can't distribute it. So I think we should tackle the problem of distribution. Then we'll have a lot more investors because people want to put in their money and make it back. Movies, actors, directors, location, light, camera, action. Yes. Passion. I've always wanted to do this all my life, even when I was a child. I involved myself in activities surrounding acting, in church, in school. I used to write poetry, short stories. I like to mimic people. I like to act. And here I am today. The next 5 years is very instrumental to Nollywood. Right now, we're still trying to sieve the shaft from the wheat. So in 5 years, we should have a little bit of more structure in place. We should have direction. We should have focus in the next 5 years. I'm praying so. I'm hoping and praying that we also have unity, because if we are not united, everything we're doing is just a facade. You see what is obtainable in the Western world? Studios come together to make a blockbuster. But in Nigeria, everybody's always feeling like, oh, I can do it on my own. And that's just the wrong approach. So I'm hoping in 5 years, we come to the realization that nobody's an island. The international market is very interested in us, but they are just waiting for us to do the right thing. Believe more in ourselves and put in the right structures, have the right figures, because they are about the numbers. They're about the numbers. If they can capture the African market, it's a big market, but we are not even utilizing that market, so to say. I mean, we are over 170 million people in Nigeria alone, yet we can't sell our movies. Yes, we want the international market to come invest in us. How? We need to be able to address those prevalent problems in our economy, in our society, before the international market to say, okay, this market is viable. Oh, they are doing the movies right. People are seeing them. They are getting attention and all that. I mean, we are number 2 or number 3, so to say, in the world, yet we are not able to do a right collabo with Hollywood or with Bollywood. So there's something that we're still yet to get right. So pending when we do, look at the music industry. They've gotten international recognition. They are doing collabos, and it's so easy for them. So what about us? We need to get it right from the roots. Our structure needs to be right, and the international scene will be the one begging to be with us. Okay, the ones that people usually tell me they like Out of the Ghetto, they like Akwaye, they like Kokoma, um, they like Stop. I've done, I mean, and others. Yeah. I have a lot of people that I pick things from. I have a lot of people that I like qualities about them. I like Mo Abudu because of her fire. The way she just wants something and she goes for it and she ensures she must get it right. What she's achieved in such a short time is admirable. So I really like that about her. I also like um, in terms of actors, I like Nse. I love the way she carries her roles. I think she's one method actor that the world is yet to discover. Um, I like a lot of people, so I'm just processing in my head, but let's just leave it at that for now. I'm a very versatile actor, so I like to portray any role that I'm being called upon to carry. I don't limit myself to just anything. I like to stretch myself. I would like to see myself as a ninja. I would like to see myself as a village girl. I like to see myself as a doctor. I like to see myself as a scientist. So I just have different ranges. People will see me like, oh my god, you played this way, you played it so well, you did that role, and So that's just me. I just like to try out different things and explore. When we have to shoot way into the night and we're tired and we're hungry and we just have to go because of limited budget, we need to wrap up because the equipment have been paid for a number of days and maybe we're on the last day. We have to stretch ourselves and shoot. And I mean, it's late into the night. You're drained, physically drained, emotionally drained, spiritually drained, but you still have to portray that character in a believable way. Oh my god, you can't forget that. The Nollywood actor that I would like to work with, I've not worked with, is Genevieve. I've not worked with her yet. I'm hoping to. I love to work with Kemi Adetiba because I love everything about her. I love her professionalism, attention to details, and I love what she did with King of Boys. I just finished my movie. I just premiered my movie Miracle. Miracle is a faith-based movie. It's also an empowerment movie that I'm taking around campus in 2020. It addresses issues of cultism, rape, prostitution, and peer pressure. So I premiered it in University of Lagos because the college students are my major target. The theme of this movie is I have a voice and my dreams are valid. I mentioned what devices this movie addresses. So I'm trying to empower the young ones to let them know you have a voice. Wherever you find yourself in higher institution, you have a voice and your dreams are valid. So do not succumb to the peer pressure in school and lose your identity for a while. And then it will now take you years for you to get yourself back, and then you're frustrated and whatnot and led into depression. So stand for what you believe in. If you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. for me, the script though, the script has to be of standard. Once the script is right, then I mean the storyline, it could be any genre. I mean, as long as it is well told, well written, then we're good. I could opt on, for that, and then I could now ask who is directing, who are the fellow actors, where are we filming, and we negotiate. Most times I play a role, people are always saying, "Oh my God, you played that role so well. Are you sure there's no part of you there?" And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm very quiet, and I could also be very loud. So depending on the part of me that you meet, yeah. I would like to play a superhero role. Yeah, that's something like the Marvel. Yep. Maybe they should create something for me, Cockroach Woman, and I just, do something out of the ordinary and save the world. The one you may consider hard to someone else might not be so hard. So for me, it's not about the complexity of the role. It's more about the interpretation of each script that comes to you. So if you get 5 of similar scripts, you are able to play them differently, and people are able to tell them apart. So you're not flat in each role. You're not the same person in each role. So every role I take on is difficult for me because you have to research each character and play them differently. The most fun role I've ever played. Fun role. Have I gotten a fun role? I think I'm yet to get a fun role. Something I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just playing. I read the script again, and read it again, and read it again until I get it. And then I start researching my character, giving this character a body, heart, and soul. So once I have an understanding of my script, and I have a direction of where the script is going, I speak with my director to pick his brain on how he wants to bring the character to life. Then I start adding the nuances of the character to the role, to that character. When I'm hungry and they don't give me food, I'm a foodie. I love my food. I don't eat so much, but when I'm hungry I need to eat so that I can carry it. You need energy to play this role, but they just always feel like food is not important. They bring food late, sometimes they bring it at midnight. They bring lunch at midnight and expect it to be fit for each role. Nah. A businesswoman. I'm actually into business. I run a footwear line. It's called House of Belinda. I'm about to launch it. I make footwear for both male and female. I craft my designs, and I can't wait to share it with the world. Meryl Streep, because I love her. She is my role model. She's what I want to be in future. My favorite Nollywood movie will be Miracle, because I produced it and I can't wait to share it with the world. Acting. I learn a lot of acting from my co-actors. So sometimes when we're on stage or we're filming and I see something that they've done that is so unique, I'm like, okay, I need to try that. any driver. And then my director's like, the way they interpret a scene, some directors, the way they interpret a scene, and I could never have thought about it in that light. I'm like, this guy, this lady, I need to pick this person's brain. Like, they see things out of the ordinary, and I try to stretch myself into that, to think outside the box and not just be the regular Joe Belinda. I love to travel, sport, I work out a lot, I love to cook, watch movies. Comedy, epic movies, and our flaws, all our mistakes. Um, if we have the right structures, I feel there'll always be something for them. And I think that's the role that AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria, has to play in, so they'll know better what to do for the older hands. It's either, maybe if it's a thing of choice, I do not want to act again, then that's fine, we respect that. But in a case where they still want to act but people are not calling them for roles, then they need to reinvent themselves, because you need to be up to speed with what producers are looking for. So if you're an old hand that you're not being called, maybe you've added weight, or you're not looking as good, or you don't have the fan base no more, then you have to go and reinvent yourself and become what the people want to see, because nobody wants to put their money on somebody that nobody wants to come and see. Be yourself and be like a sponge. Soak all you can. Soak it. So keep soaking it until the opportunity presents itself to you, and be ready. I don't know what you guys don't know about me. I mean, you don't know a lot about me, obviously. I'm Belinda. What you don't know about me is that I'm about to launch my fashion and lifestyle business. So we are into footwears and clothing and everything fashion and lifestyle. So just watch out for me 2020, because I'll be in your face.